This is the Tonnara at Punta Chiappa between Camogli and Portofino. The way it works is fish swim into the net that hangs between those two boats, and twice a day between April and September fishermen come out and they pull up the net. The boats get closer and closer, and the fish wind up in a third smaller boat which you can't see right now because it's hidden behind the bigger boat, and then those fish are taken into the Camogli market, and that is right over here. So talk about local, couldn't be more local than this. Well, there you go. There's the port of Camogli, the breakwater, and so the fish go in there, and the cooperative that runs the Tonnara sells them. There's a little shop in the alley. They don't get many tuna fish anymore. This is the only Tonnara in northern Italy, by the way. The others were famously in Sicily and in the south, but there's really very little tuna left in the Mediterranean. So they go for other fish, mostly sea bass, John Dory, gar, and they're very good. They're good grilled, they're great in soups, and there's enough to serve the local market. But you certainly won't be buying fish from Camogli's Tonnara in a supermarket in New Jersey. As the ferry boat heads from Punta Chiappa to Camogli, the fishermen who've been busy pulling the nets are getting closer and closer to the kill, and pretty soon we should be able to see what they've pulled up today. The closer they get, the worse it looks for the fish. You can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fishermen on the big boat, and there should be 1 or 2 or 3 on the smaller boat, and they're hauling up the net by hand. This is very hard work. There are not many fishermen who know how to do it anymore, because it's a very peculiar, specialized kind of fishing, and not many of them are willing to get up at 4 in the morning and get out there and do what's necessary to catch these fish. These are the last few meters of net that are being pulled up. They will flip the fish into one of the boats and then transfer them into a third boat, which is nearby. And that boat will transport the fish into the harbor of Camogli. As they pull up the net, it gets heavier and heavier because they get closer and closer to the fish. And as you will see very soon, the fish try to escape, but they can't.